Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Start on the ground here on first down. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Jameis to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. That's a pretty good opening possession defensively.
And you know the goal is to make something of a statement, especially on the road with your first defensive possession, isn't it? Go right out and establish yourselves and let them know this is going to be tough going all game long.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken just shy of the 30-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Got it. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. This defense for the Saints, they played extremely well last week in that win over Green Bay.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
Tua once again here on 2nd and 10. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hope they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Tua going to throw. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A first down and then some. Give him 29 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. From the gun, it's Tua. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the corner blitz gets him that time as he goes down for a short loss. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? They have to be careful. just about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor. And that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't he?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Here's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got it not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, Winston. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. I was waiting for them to get there first because the momentum they carry from last week, unbelievable. They had a snowman, 8 sacks.
You were surprised that it took this long, and this isn't that long, truthfully. But here's the thing. If you've seen that on tape, your offensive line is going to have to ask for help. Tight end has to stay in. If you use a fullback, keep him in. Make sure you have extra people to try and keep your quarterback upright. Didn't work on that play. We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Jalen Baker on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Good starting field position for the Vikings as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa rolling to his left. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Tua. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one. It ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get the momentum going again.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. No stopping Peyton Turner on that sack. He would not be denied. So on 4th down, on is the punter Ryan Wright. Here's Smith to return it. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Up past the 30, 2nd down coming up.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. On 3rd down, Winston. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. And not the 1st quarter that he was hoping for. Now 2 interceptions thrown.
Well, the good ones, they found a way to compartmentalize, right? Put these behind them, have that short memory, but understand why they threw the 2 interceptions. They go on and usually play a pretty decent game. Other quarterbacks, they have a hard time getting past it and often put the ball up for grabs the rest of the ball game.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well. And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Right? Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins. And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
Right, 97.
On 2nd down, it's Cook again. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this 1st quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the 1st down as he's tackled at the 1. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready.
The Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
On the set.
Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
That's a good decision there. He was looking, but the coverage was excellent. Nice job to get rid of it and try and find something better on 3rd and goal. He didn't let that clock accelerate and force him into an error.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Tua Tagovailoa. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Vikings' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And Smith chooses not to return, and they'll bring it out to the 25. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. Daniil Hunter make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Here's Mitch Wishnowski now on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Rager.
Jalen Rager on the return. The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A well-designed corner blitz that gets him for a loss of 8 yards. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now?
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Here's Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On play action, Winston. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. The Saints in 2-3 here to begin the new season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. 1st down. Winston gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Ready.
2nd down and goal. Winston. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. 6 yards puts them right on the doorstep, but now it'll be 4th and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Winston sneaking it, and he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Jameis Winston. his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Out of his end zone, here comes Jalen Reagor. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over first down 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel. Setting up the screen for Cook. Room here to run. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Tua. He's got Hooper on the out route. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 10 more there and another first down.
It certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good, and then you give up the touchdown on the last drive, and now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Cook. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 53 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
And he got blown off, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, as as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not,
well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw in that play with a loss. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints 35.
They got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, and they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Third down, Dalvin Cook. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Just a simple run play there on 3rd and 1, but this D was up to the challenge and stopped them, bringing up 4th down.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. Going to be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And Gay knocks this one through, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same.
And Winston lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Matt Gay set to kick off.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Smith not going to bring it out, so it's a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnover.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
On 3rd and 1, here's Winston. There's Chris Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Meanwhile, Winston's throw caught by Olave. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action. Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here, maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
On play action, here's Tua. Open man downfield is Lamb. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 39 yards there, a big one.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam, but notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
Now Tua on the bootleg here, sliding out of the pocket. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
But I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
Glad to be in the great city of New Orleans. Rolling along here in the third quarter, 2nd and 10.
Ready?
They'll try the middle with Cook, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
Tua sets up to pass it. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Saints are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
And there's another stat. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Winston. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get...
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. Well, clear running situation, trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they'd shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's got his tight end. That's Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
1st down, Minnesota.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time.
Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the 4th quarter.
Well, it certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Complete to Alvin Kamara. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Play fake. Winston. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Finding Taysom Hill complete. And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for the Saints. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Lewis Seen. And the Vikings are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stares on that sideline. This is one of those games we just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Here's Cook again. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Vikings.
But that run going to put him over 100 yards now for the ball game as well.
Yeah, he's really had his way so far, and that's just more of the same right here. All he needs, just a little crease, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 24.
31. Saints 7. Matt Gay set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
So after a run like that, I would guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
He gets this one complete to Traquan Smith. Touchdown! He's got them out to a 3-score lead here in the fourth quarter after that one, CD. And well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
And he will not make it to the goal line. The defense holds him here. And this is still a 3-score game as the lead remains 18. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And it's starting to look like that 3-game losing streak is going to be a thing of the past here. Coming up 1st and 10 in the fourth quarter. And he's got room. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook with career touchdown number 60. And the Vikings look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. They're down here in the fourth, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
On a return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Jameis now on first down. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. We didn't go ahead and mark it in the win column, but as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up second down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Jameis to throw it.
46-yard line.
That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Winston now. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down.
That's another Saints first down. First and 10 at the 15-yard
From the
line.
red zone now, Winston. Touchdown, Saints. Chris Olave. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints are able to cut into that deficit. Lutz good on the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for and taken.
The Vikings take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
It certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted. So they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
Boy, 199 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Following the good run by Cook, here's another first and 10.
Ready?
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And unable to get downhill there, so they'll take this up to about the 37. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brandon, one thing about blitzes, they really confuse offensive linemen at times, and what you have to do is lock in on the guy right in front of you. If you don't, you saw the end result. Defensive tackle ended up making the play.
On 2nd down, Cook. Nothing can stop him. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Paulson and Debo up to make the stop. Well, this was a very close ball.